Please describe your job title and primary duties.
Well, I basically did everything there. I was working there for about a year, and at first, I wasn't getting that many hours, but I realized to get more hours, I would have to be able to work more positions. So I kind of taught myself each position. I began online. That's like where the salads and the soups and the sandwiches are made. And then after that, I think I went to cashier because I like to talk to people. So I kind of taught myself cashier. Because even when I would ask to be trained as other things, they would kind of like brush me off. So I just taught it to myself. And then eventually they would call me in and say, hey, you know, cashier, can you come in for so-and-so? Or can you do this? And then eventually they started putting me on the schedule for other like positions. So the second one, cashier, and then I did dining room. The Panera I worked at, there were 2 floors. So you would have to clean the upstairs, the downstairs, all the bathrooms. And then the next position I kind of taught myself was dish. That's where you do dishes. And then at night you take the trash. Well, throughout the day you take the trash out too, but once the night is over, you take out all the trash.
What was the work environment like?
The work environment at Panera, I guess it depends on like each cafe, but at the one I worked in, all my fellow employees, they were so nice. I mean, that's really what every Panera that I visited, the employees are so nice to each other, they're friendly. Most of them are very helpful. It was just like my managers, sometimes they act like they didn't want to be bothered with me. So like, that's kind of why I had to teach myself the other positions, but it was fairly cool.
What was your favorite part about working there?
Favorite part about working at Panera, honestly, was the chocolate chip cookies.
Please describe the application and interview process.
Well, the application process was fairly easy. The first application I filled out, it was kind of short. It was like my name, my address, my work history, and then like when I actually went in again, I got like a longer application, which is like all the other stuff, like work history, references, and stuff like that. And then a few weeks later, I got a call from a manager. They brought me in for an interview. And then after that, like I guess if they like you, they bring you in for a second interview with the general manager at that store. And I did good with that interview too. So then I got hired maybe like 2 weeks or a week after. That's when they started putting me to work.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
So it's a few of them I can remember, but the one that I really remember, I do not know why they asked me this, but they asked me what was my favorite burger. Like that's what I was like, you don't even sell burgers, but they asked me that, and then they asked me like what would I do in different scenarios, which makes sense because I'm going to be in different scenarios, so it makes sense to see what I would do. But yeah.
How were you notified that you received the job?
Well, after that second interview, I don't know if it's because they liked me so much, but they immediately told me, okay, well, you're welcome aboard. And then they was like, we'll call back and we can give you a start date, but they immediately let me know that I was hired.
What set you apart from other candidates?
Set me apart at Panera was probably my willingness to work. Because even though like it's a good environment to be in, a lot of times people don't really want to so if you're assigned line, you do the line duties. And that's what everybody does. But I mean, with me, I didn't really mind helping other people with different duties. Like, okay, I can go put this in the washer. Sometimes I'm not doing anything. I go put it in the washer, maybe sweep, do trash. So yeah, probably my willingness to work and do other people's jobs, I guess.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
Well, like I said, be willing to do work. Because I don't know, it just depends. If you want like a lot of hours, then be willing to do other jobs and even willing to like kind of teach yourself, because it's not really, working at Panera is not really hard. It's just you have to, there's so many details to everything that you have to do. So you have to, if you want to work more hours, you have to be like, okay, you got to kind of watch other people's jobs to see what they're doing, because that's how I taught myself to be able to do dish or do dining room. So be able to kind of see and be very detailed with your work.